Welcome to the Purpose Breakthrough Podcast, the podcast for men who are ready to stop chasing fulfillment and start making clear, confident decisions while taking aligned action towards their true purpose. I am your host, Tyler Woods, and my intention is to help you cut through the noise so you can do what you're meant to do. Let's dive deep. Break through to the life you were meant to live. So last week, I talked about vision, what it's like to have direction, to set goals, and to build towards something greater than what is right now. So chances are, if you want to build something bigger and greater than you have right now, you're going to run into resistance. To do something and have something you've never had before, you have to do things you've never done, which can be challenging sometimes because for the most part, we're made up of patterns. What you do is a pattern behavior based on the past. And so what is resistance? Resistance is meeting a place where you don't have a behavior, or the behavior you had in the past isn't working. It's being at your edge. It feels like, well, discomfort. Resistance is being off the edge of your map. Parts of you are freaking out. Maybe consciously, you want to do something. You want to start a business. You want to talk to people. You want to share your gifts. But subconsciously, which of course, the subconscious is 80, 90% of your being, deeper than you most often know and go, parts of you in your subconscious want to stay exactly the same, right? Their job is to keep you safe, doing the things that you've been doing up until this point, right? Repeating those patterns, staying in the known. And so when you go off the edge of your map, those parts are still trying to keep things going the way they have been going. And so that shows up, this resistance can show up in all different ways, right? Avoiding the thing you say you want to do. You set these goals and then let's go do something else. You start to get towards the thing, or maybe I'm just going to go down a YouTube rabbit hole, or I'm just going to scroll for a while, or, substances, self-sabotage, and distraction. Resistance shows up as just all kinds of different flavors of doing something else. And so, how do we deal with resistance? Well, so many people in the self-development coaching world, just like they talk about slaying the dragon, destroying those things, getting rid of the things that no longer serve us, which is what most people want to do, right? If I resist something, I want to feel better. I want to feel different. I want to take effortless action. And what most people skip over is the acceptance piece of actually creating a relationship with those parts of the subconscious, parts of the mind that are leading you to do or not do the thing that you want to do. And so creating the space, again, talking about contemplation, whether you're creating vision or you're facing resistance, it comes down to slowing down, making intentional space to take inventory. What have I been noticing? What can I observe about my behavior? Wow, I'm trying to create a bedtime, and instead of going to bed at 9 p.m., I'm on my phone until 1 a.m. every single night of the week. Interesting. Shifting into that non-judgmental space of seeing what's happening and just witnessing that. once you've created some distance from living in it, feeling the emotions, you might feel some shame. Talk about resisting the resistance. Like that's an opportunity to set yourself up to just really go downhill, right? Just like, oh no, I shouldn't be feeling this way. I should be able to do differently. You can should yourself all the way down into a hole, right? The more you can create a distance, a neutrality, an acceptance of what's happening, the more you can begin to put different behaviors in place. So journaling, taking notes, contemplating, coming into a place of stillness and feeling fully what's happening, right? Getting so comfortable with what is happening, being so okay with what's happening that maybe you feel like it doesn't even need to change. And then the change becomes effortless. The action becomes easy because you don't have a resistance to what's happening. You don't have a resistance to what was previously a resistance, right? If your mind doesn't have a thought, this is a problem, is it still a problem? So ultimately, when we're trying to take action on our vision, on these big goals, inevitably in the space of uncertainty, there's going to be these resistances, these edges that we'll have to face. Thoughts that challenge our very way of being. This is way bigger than I could have ever dreamed. I can't do that, right? The beliefs about ourselves and the world will come up. And all of these unconscious parts of us that want to keep things going in the familiar direction just form these barriers. And so instead of fighting against resistance, pushing into resistance, struggling through resistance, the key to overcoming resistance, it isn't defeating it. It's working with it. It's accepting it. It's being fully present with what's happening and coming to a place of acceptance. Nothing needs to change. Everything is okay as it is for now, right? It's accepting that this is how it is right now. I can want it to change in the future because I really, really do. But this is how it is right now in this moment. And so whether that's noticing where you're coping, noticing what you're avoiding, noticing your patterns of self-sabotage, noticing where you distract yourself, slowing down, taking inventory, writing that down, expressing that, getting familiar with that is how you move past resistance and take action on what you really want to do. In order to find the next resistance, in order to find the next edge, right? There'll be big edges and there'll be small edges. And ultimately, it's all part of the path of moving towards whatever your greater vision is. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for tuning into the Purpose Breakthrough Podcast and for investing in yourself today. If you're ready to stop chasing fulfillment and want to start making clear, confident decisions while doing the work you're meant to do, head over to tylerisit.com. There you can learn more about working with me to create a life of true purpose and alignment. This is just the beginning.